First Local. Supported by Maker North. 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes. Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the Chamber today.
Well, it's certainly been an interesting year. And like many of us, maybe you've been drinking more than usual and want to take a break. With Dry Feb, you can.
Why not challenge yourself to go dry in February to help raise funds for the Canadian Cancer Society?
Sign up for Dry Feb, and not only will you be helping people affected by cancer,
you can also reduce your risk of cancer.
Go as dry as you're willing to try this February. Sign up today. It's easier than you think.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
Have you been drinking more than usual?
Why not go dry this February? With Dry Feb, you'll
help people affected by cancer.
And you can also reduce your own risk.
Go as dry as you're willing to try. Sign up today. It's easier than you think.
It's Jake Moore, sports analyst, back in the On TV studios, letting you know that 705 Sports now has 2 shows a week. We still have the 705 Sports that airs every Friday at noon, but we've expanded to now have a show every Wednesday. 705 Sports Headlines will be a show that is much more condensed, that is very fast-paced, going over the main topics of the week in sports. 705 Sports on Fridays will still cover everything in sports in a full show format. This gives you a chance to really see what's going on in the sports world, whether you have a couple minutes or you got a half an hour. So make sure you join me, Dan Gray, on Fridays and multiple different guests every Wednesday, every Friday at noon, only on TV and Sioux Online's Facebook page.
Good morning and welcome.
morning.
It is still way too cold for my taste. It is Monday, February 28th. Can we just leave February?
We are.
I'm done.
Today's the very last day. Tomorrow's
Good.
March 1st.
Good.
And it's all good after
Good.
that.
Yes. So much good happening March 1st.
Yes. Not right now, though.
No?
With the war in Ukraine. I don't know if you've heard over the weekend, but Putin's getting a little crazy. He has instructed his military to put his nuclear forces on high alert.
Okay.
And that is retaliation for increased sanctions from the West. I mean, he's talking directly to the West when he was saying this. And also, what is the other?
Canada closed airspace.
Yes, that. There's lots of sanctions that were put in place over the weekend. There's a couple more, I think, coming today. So I don't know what he's going to do, but he's putting his military on high alert for the nuclear warheads that he has. And he's also telling countries like Sweden and Finland not to go into NATO. So he's doing the same thing to those two countries as he did with Ukraine. So it's getting a little crazy out there.
Wow. Well, what happens when, what essentially amounts to a bully, really, is given all of the power and can do.
And you know what's really it just blows my mind, is the GOP, or not all of the GOP or the Republicans in the States, but there's some, including Trump, and including right-wing media, who are promoting and supporting Putin. Like, how do you do that? How do you call yourselves patriots 1 month, and then you support this dictator invading an innocent country, and you support that, and you're part of NATO? So, well, let's roll that footage, Mike. There we go. So this is the scenes from Kev, I guess. Kev, and they still haven't, from what I understand, they haven't taken the capital yet. The Ukraine is giving up, putting up a pretty good fight against Russia. Could you imagine? I mean, if Russia's kind of losing it with Ukraine right now, can you imagine if NATO was involved in attacking Russia? I mean, Russia would not stand a chance. But this is what's going on, Crazy.
And my strength and my weakness is to find something, Did you see the footage of the president suiting up?
The Ukrainian?
Yeah.
Yes. Now there's a leader.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You wouldn't see Trudeau, or you wouldn't see Trump, or you wouldn't see Biden doing that.
And
Well,
even,
Biden.
right down to, I saw another article, a beauty pageant contestant, also all in full, like
Is that
fatigue
right?
and everything.
Yeah, I mean, they have, there's a country that's united, right? And they are fighting for their lives, basically. So,
and I also note that the Ukraine has a delegation that's meeting with Russian officials. So, while there is all of this, pageantry and this horrible, chaotic scene that's playing out, still the desire to have dialogue.
peace. Yes, I mean, they were calling them peace talks yesterday. I don't know how well they're going to go, especially when Putin is kind of...
Well, like I said last week, everything that comes out of his mouth seems so singular of purpose, so transparently narcissistic, and completely arbitrary. So, great that the talks continue, but I mean, really, how far can they go with somebody like that?
Yeah, exactly. Now, there is some good news coming this week. March 1st is the day we've all been waiting for, right?
Yes,
with the restrictions being reduced quite a lot, full capacity. Take it over, Heidi.
All right, well, what can I tell you? Pretty much everything, in summary, is going to drop away. We did talk to you. I am looking at my camera. You usually tell me when you switch. Anyway, we did talk to you on Friday about how, the comparison being to Quebec, who was going to, gently kind of phase away some of the restrictions and the mandates and the policies that have been put into place with the attempt to curb the spread. Ontario said, nah, we're just, we're going to do it. So, with the exception of masking, for example. The masking is expected to remain in place for longer.
But sometime this month, they're saying they're
sometime this month.
So
now, and Craig and I were having a dialogue because we do talk, not just when we're on camera, but I personally feel like there's been a psychological impact, right, to the community, to the populations, to everybody who's been through what we've just come through. And I think that the masks, even when they're not required, will still be a thing for some time, for some people. The other indoor settings are no longer required to ask for proof of vaccination to permit people entry. Now, I emphasize required because I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see, just because it's not required, will some businesses still be asking? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be, but we are heading in the right direction.
Yes,
Things are starting to.
Let us suck the marrow out of that good news.
Yeah. Anyway, I think you have some more news coming. I have some weather details to tell you. Not looking all that bad this week.
Okay.
I'll give you those details coming up.
All right. Well, I'm going to direct everybody to our website at SiouxOnline.com. If you are unsure of, the details of the conflict in Ukraine, what's happening, there are two really great summaries that will give you the blow-by-blow, as it were, some of the reasons why, if there can ever be a reason why, and, we will keep you up to date on that. There's no way I can summarize it because it's huge. All I can do is join in the collective wish that this gets resolved smoothly with minimal casualty, and let's just hope that this turns around quickly, because it's even filtering down to my daughter, like in grade 7, and she, Mom, did you know? She said, just very chatty, hey, Mom, did you know there's a World War III going on? So there it is. And once again, I think that children nowadays, I don't even think they really fully understand what it means and how there could be something so important that people have to die. Anyway, I'm not going to go too far into it. Go to our website at SiouxOnline.com. Like I said, two really great summaries that are going to give you two perspectives. And we, of course, will keep you up to date on everything that is playing out in the international sphere. Now, across our province, across our country, liquor stores have begun to remove Russian products, namely vodka. So, and Mike is whispering in my ear that the U.S. is doing the same. Again, it's that working towards that collective, that global sort of, what can we do right here at home? Well, we can start with this. And as much as I may want to giggle, I think it does send a message that, the global community is watching and they're not impressed. This is unprecedented, just should not, there are no words. So, the products being pulled include Russian Standard vodka, Russian Standard Platinum vodka. Now, you will still notice a number of products with Russian names, Russian sounding names. They will remain available because technically they're the product of different countries. There are a number of vodkas that are not Russian in origin. So if vodka is your drink, then look around you. All right. Now, I thought an interesting bit of perspective this morning had to do with an article talking about how there is an anti-war sentiment that is growing in Russia despite the government's crackdown, okay? So as the Russian troops were closing in on the Ukrainian capital, more and more of the Russian population were speaking out against the invasion, even as the government's official rhetoric grew increasingly harsher. So there were street protests, small ones, okay, that resumed in the Russian capital of Moscow, the second largest city of St. Petersburg, and other Russian cities for the third straight day, with people taking to the streets despite mass detentions on Thursday and Friday. Now, according to OVD Info, rights groups that track political arrests. At least 460 people in 34 cities were detained over anti-war protests on Saturday, including 200 in Moscow. Open letters condemning Russia's invasion of Ukraine kept pouring in too. So more than 6,000 medical workers put their names under one on Saturday. Over 3,400 architects and engineers endorsed another, while 500 teachers signed a third one. Similar letters by journalists, municipal council members, cultural figures, and other professional groups have been making the rounds since Thursday. A prominent contemporary art museum in Moscow called Garage announced Saturday it was halting its work on exhibitions and postponing them until, and this is the quote, until the human and political tragedy that is unfolding in Ukraine has ceased. So there, the perspective coming from the Russian population, and I saw hope in that, you know. Okay, now, where are we, Mike? 1 minute to Craig. I'm almost done. Okay, good. Well, I'm going to bring it back to the local now. Obviously, there is a lot of dialogue that will continue to play out with regards to the very distressing situation playing out internationally. I'm going to switch us back to local. We have more information now about the former Sault area hospital site, the general, that we have been following. So, last week we did report to you the multiple options that are recommended for the old General Hospital site, and the managers of the site, the current managers, did reach out and request a meeting. So during the conversation, they pointed out a few facts about the property, and they were able to share more information with us. So our reporter was able to see paperwork then showing the plans for the property and proof that the application for a long-term care home is in this moment in front of the province. So the document then, spanning dozens of pages, apparently was first submitted in 2019 and then resubmitted after the province required changes in 2021. We are waiting on them, so this is the quote, "We are waiting on them. You can see the redesign is worth tens of millions," and this from a source within the management team who didn't want to be named due to the fear that it could impact the province's decision. So as for any thought of it's being torn down because the foundation is suffering from freeze-thaw cycles, we have been told that there have been two separate engineers inside the building that have certified it as structurally sound. The quote again, "It's not salt water. The previous owner had the basement pumped a couple of times and the water just keeps getting in from the weather." He said the basement does have water in it, but it's not doing any damage. So there you go. Don't worry, don't worry. There's no damage. The full design, when it's built, appears to bring lots of greenery and open spaces to the currently dilapidated building that is wrought with issues. So the property manager for the site was also at the meeting. He was able to show multiple places where people have broken through the sealed doors and barricaded entrances. He says he's constantly working to secure the building, and he even told us like an anecdotal story that was very distressing. He said last summer some trespassers had to hang a ladder from a second floor window to get in. That's how secure the building was in that time. He said, "I was afraid to take it down. I didn't want to trap them inside, but once I knew there was no one left in the building, I took it down. We still have the ladder." What perplexes him, though, is that even if somebody breaks into the building, so there he is, securing it, sealing it up, barricading doors, people are still breaking in. What is stressful for him is that if they get hurt once inside the property, it's the owner who is liable. And we've been assured that the owners, they want to do so much for the community. They already have done so much for the community. They help with Rotary. They support other organizations. But unfortunately, all people see, of course, is the eyesore that is the building that was once the General Hospital, and it gives them a bad reputation. So the member of the management team who had invited us had one more thing to say to assure the residents of the Sault that it will be done right. We wouldn't put a sign out front and all of this work into it if we weren't going to do it. So there you have it. We continue to follow the hospital as it unfolds or sinks. Hopefully those plans will get approved and we can see something vital and vibrant on our waterfront on Queen Street. So, all right, let's get some vital and vibrant weather information from Craig, and it better be warming up.
Well, Heidi, I can tell you that it is going to warm up gradually over the week. We are looking at a pretty warm day for Tuesday and Wednesday, though we are still going to be in that fight of warm and cold over this coming week. Taking a live look outside right now, we are seeing the clouds roll in. We did see a nice sunrise this morning. Mind you, the sky was pink. And pink sky in morning, sailors take warning. And we have a system coming in for later on tonight. Could give us a little bit more snow. We're going to stay on the cold side today, but like I said, we are going to see improvements with our temperatures. Taking a look at your 12-hour forecast, we have a mix of sun and cloud for this morning. Temperature is kind of cold right now, minus 17 to minus 21, depending where you are. We're warming up to minus 7 today, if you want to call that warm. And then we're going to, well, we've already started seeing the clouds started to roll in. They're going to thicken up later on tonight and produce maybe some snow, about 1 to 2 centimeters, and not getting quite as cold as it has been, though we are still going to see some pretty cold temperatures during the overnight. I'll give you, though, the complete 3-day forecast coming up.
Well, you keep saying that March is going to be warm. No, that's not what you said.
Warmer.
That's not what you said. Okay. Well, while Craig and I debate the truth of what he said and what's actually playing out, I'm going to invite you into the world of our sponsors. You're going to hear from the engaging team at St. Ignace, talking to us all about Jeep the Mac, which is a huge event, just fraught with all kinds of Jeeps. Very impressive just by the sheer number, the magnitude of the people who participate. You're going to hear from Superior Adult Learning, inviting all to set some adult literacy goals, and then let Wendy and Pat help you achieve them. When we come back, I'll take us through some COVID numbers, looking pretty good locally. And we'll also hear from, we'll do some factoids. There was a $21 million Lotto 649 ticket sold. Unfortunately, not locally. And hey, you know who else has popped up? We haven't heard from Donald Trump in a while, so maybe we'll get to him as well. All right, go fill your cup and come on back.
Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the chamber today. Well, welcome back, and thank you for coming back. I was just commenting to the men there. I'm feeling somewhat elevated today, kind of anxious. So share in the comments what you do when you have that feeling of, I'm not sure what's bothering me. So, so far I'm breathing and I'm touching things because I saw something that said, touch 5 things, breathe this many times, look at this many things. So anyway, I'm working on it. But in the meantime, let's continue with some more positive information. I want to talk to you about the Algoma Public Health reported numbers yesterday. 29 new cases. Okay, so we can see that continuing trend in a better direction. So the active case count then has dropped by 21, coming to rest at 610 active cases, with 2 of those being reported as being from outside of the Algoma Public Health Catch Basin. It is very unfortunate to have to note that over the weekend we did lose 1 more individual to a COVID-related passing, bringing our local total to 31. Of the new cases, 25 are confirmed to be in Sault Ste. Marie and area, 3 are reported to be in North Algoma, and 1 in Elliott Lake and area. 0 new cases reported in Central and East Algoma. Provincially, also continuing in a better direction, Ontario reported 842 hospitalizations as a result of COVID-19 on Sunday. This is the lowest number of hospitalizations reported since the beginning of the Omicron wave last December. However, once again, very important to note that more than 10% of hospitals do not, in fact, report data over the weekend. So there you have it. Things are going in a better direction. Let's hope that the same can happen in the Ukraine. All right. Our Hounds did play over the weekend, and as always, I'm thrilled when Jacob can join me in the studio and give us the play-by-play. All right, Jacob.
Well, Heidi, thanks for having me back again. Enjoyed my nice week off, and now I'm back to give you all your updates on your Greyhounds. So you are right, Heidi, that Greyhounds did play 2 games over the weekend, and they were against the London Knights. So this is a really big rivalry because, you know, everyone says the London Knights are the best team in the OHL. Sault Greyhound fans say, nah, it's your Sault Greyhounds. And the first game out of the 2, the Greyhounds proved that winning 6-3, really controlling the whole game from the first period. In the first period, they outscored London 4-1, which made a really big difference. Ty Krejci and Rory Cranes both led the charge with multi-point games in that game. The second game, however, on Saturday didn't go as well. The Sault Greyhounds lost 3-0 to the London Knights, with Brent Bouchou making 27 saves for the victory, getting the shutout. A big note for the Greyhounds, actually in both games, their power play was snake bitten. They weren't able to get anything done. So that's something they're definitely going to want to go back and take a look at, especially with London being a team you are chasing for top in the West. So after the weekend, the Western standings in the OHL have just gotten a lot tighter. So the Flint Firebirds are currently sitting first with 66 points. The London Knights are technically in second with 62, although the Greyhounds also have 62. But they'll be slated in third because they have a lower winning percentage because they've played 50 games this year, while the London Knights have only played 45. The key for the Greyhounds here is just to try to make sure they can keep in that top 3 because they really want to try to have home ice advantage in the playoffs as long as possible. If you stay in that top 3, you're probably at least keeping home ice until the conference finals. Now, if you can get first, mind you, you have home ice right through, which is really ideally what they want. But they have a bit of a hill to climb. But Greyhounds are off until Friday, so they have that time to recoup. I guess they're sick of February too, and they're like, you know what, we're not going to play till March. And that's all she wrote. So back over to you, Heidi.
Awesome. Well,
don't know who she is who wrote it, but that's all she wrote.
Well, thank you for that, Jacob. Interesting that the trend continues. If they start strong, they tend to do better overall. So good. All right. Well, Craig has started strong, so I guess we'll let him continue, although so far he hasn't brought me much of what I want. So, all right, Craig.
Well, Heidi, this week is looking fairly half decent. We don't have any major storms coming our way. We do have a couple of disturbances. The big news is we're going to see our temperatures gradually improve by towards the weekend. And this is where we are right now. As you can see, there's a high pressure system here. All this activity is rolling around that high and heading towards the Great Lakes. And that's somewhat of the pattern we're going to be in for this week. But by the end of the week, if you can imagine, this is the jet stream, which is carrying all these low pressure systems to us, is going to reverse by the end of the weekend. So we're going to see a flood of warmer air coming in slowly by sometime Saturday into Sunday, and then hopefully really building in by next weekend. Let's take a look now at your satellite, and we can show you this is the next system coming in for tonight. It's another little clipper. For the most part, it's going to miss us. We are going to be on the northern fringe of it, though we could see a centimeter, maybe 2 later on tonight. We're going to start clouding over earlier this afternoon, and then this system's going to kind of roll in for our day, or for our night tonight, and then into our day Tuesday, or at least for part of it. Let's take a look now at our temperatures for today. Still a little bit off the mark at -7, -9 in Wawa, -9 in Timmins. We should again be at around -3. We are going to definitely hit that by this weekend. Let's take a look now at the radar. We can show you nothing really to tell you about. We have basically clear conditions for right now. We're going to start seeing some clouds roll in this afternoon and then eventually see some light flurries later on tonight. But we are still remaining somewhat on the cold side for the next couple of days. This is what we look like for the next 3 days for your day today. Mainly sunny. We're going to see those clouds roll in and then eventually some flurries later on tonight. Right now the call is anywhere from 1 to 2 centimeters, -7 for your high today, -2 for your day on Tuesday. So we do improve our temperatures during the daytime. It's the nighttime that we continue to see those sub-zero temperatures. For Wednesday, mix of sun and cloud. We're going to see a little bit more flurry activity. As I said, we have a couple of a series of low pressure systems that we're watching. Nothing too big at this point. And again, we could see a little bit more snow on Wednesday, -2. And then we are seeing those temperatures creep up towards the weekend. We do have another system coming in though for Saturday and Sunday with those warmer temperatures. And I'll tell you all about that coming up. Heidi?
Well, I'll take that. I mean, I see some snowflake graphics. However, we'll take the warmer temperatures because that's more where I want to go in this time. So we're going to throw into the world of our sponsors one more time so you can, hear once again from the Chamber inviting everybody to love local, play local, eat local, do all of the things local to support our business community as we move forward in this time of renewal and recovery. Go fill your cup and come on back.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
École publique Éco des Rapides, a place where your child can learn, grow, and be happy. Discover why more and more families are choosing École publique Éco des Rapides for their child. Register your child January 17th to the 21st at epedr.cspgno.ca. Parce que je vois grand.
Good morning and welcome back. I did tell you that we'd talk a little bit about Donald Trump, but not going to do it. It wouldn't be prudent. I don't want to. So we're going to skip right ahead. I'm going to tell you about a $21 million Lotto 649 ticket. Craig didn't win it. I didn't win it because predictably I didn't buy a ticket. Somebody in the Kawartha Lakes. Okay, go check your Lotto 649 ticket, okay, because it's worth $21,593,703.80. Okay, and you won on Saturday night. So you can check your tickets from home on olg.ca. You can download and use the app. And I look forward to knowing who's going to be out there spending my money. So, okay. Two really cool, cool for me anyway, some factoids today. So it was on this day, February 28th in 1983, that MASH, Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen, the final episode of the television series MASH, it was watched by a record number of 106 million viewers.
I was one of them.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. The episode was originally written for a 90-minute format, but a brush fire broke out. Did you know that?
Vaguely.
A brush fire broke out at the set in Malibu Creek State Park. The fire was filmed and worked into the script, adding an extra 30 minutes, making it 2 hours long. Okay, so there that is factoid numéro 1. Numéro 2, February 28th, 1970, we're going to talk about Peter Green. We did touch on Peter Green last week in one of the factoids, but here we go, a little bit more. In an interview with the New Musical Express, Fleetwood Mac's Peter Green talked about his plans to give all of his money away. The following year, Green confronted his accountant with a gun after he sent him an unwanted royalty check. The guitarist went to jail briefly before being transferred to an asylum and was committed to a mental hospital in 1973. He relaunched his career in the 90s.
Well, there's a factoid.
See? Only the freshest for my people. Yes, yes. Okay, let's get into social media, see if anybody has some recommendations for my vague but general anxiety this morning. All right. I think it's the
apparently breathing in works.
Well, certainly an absence of breath would make you anxious, but I really just think that, after so many years of avoiding the news in general, to be working with it every day and being able to consume all of the images and all of the information, I think it's difficult for my temperament to, I can't even imagine what it's going on over there and how it feels for the people that are in terror every day, all day long.
Being anxious.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and here I am. I feel like, just Heidi, be quiet. Okay.
Let's see what they're saying.
Margaret McKeag, beating everybody to the punch. Good morning, all. Good morning, Margaret. Always nice to hear from you. Tony Mancuso, good morning, everyone. Have a great day. Good morning, Tony. You have a great day.
Hey, Tony.
Enika, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It is Monday, and it should be happy.
It should be a happy Monday. It's the last day of February, so everyone's happy.
There we go. And tomorrow, yay! Anyway, okay. Joanne Burmaster, capital letters, morning. Yep, morning. It is morning. Jen Buchan, good Monday morning, and the sun coming up between two huge tracts of land. Whew, that made me feel better.
There you go.
All right.
Let's keep on saying that all day.
Keep popping it out. Popping it out. Okie dokie then. New viewer.
Okay.
Marissa Besigato. Well,
nice.
Welcome.
Thanks
good morning.
for watching.
I hope I said that properly. Please do correct me if not. And good morning to you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Let's see. Tracy Fay. A new day, everyone. Let's make the best we can of it. Yes. And that is certainly a worthy goal every day, I would say.
Yes.
Kathy Boren. Good Monday morning. Hope your coffee is strong and our collective support of the Ukraine is stronger because the whole world needs it. 100%, and I couldn't have said it better, so well done. Steve Childs, GMMAHYAHAGW with the sun and the tracks of land and rocking the horns. So good Monday morning, all. Hope you all have a great week. Thank you. You as well. Terry Wilson. Good morning, Daryl. Everyone in the studio. Hope you have a great Monday. I'm going to think that's an autocorrect thing. Good morning.
Unless there's a Daryl in the building. I have a brother, Daryl.
What?
I have a brother named Daryl.
Okay.
Maybe.
I don't know. Every time I talk to you, you trot out another sibling, Craig. I want roll call. I want all the names. Okay. Good morning, Terry. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Judy O'Neill, good Monday morning. Hope you all have a great day. You as well, Judy. Thank you for commenting. Bradley Evoy, good morning. Have a great week, my friends. Thank you, Brad. You as well.
You too, Brad.
Hey, Tristan Tremblay. Good morning, Heidi, Craig, Grandpa, and everyone else. Good morning, Tristan. Nice to hear from you.
Didn't forget me because I drilled it in his head to remember me next time.
Well, he didn't forget you. He said Grandpa.
I know, because I told him if he didn't say anything, I'd come home and he'd be in trouble.
Oh.
He'd be shoveling.
Okay. Terry Matthews, good morning. Heidi and Craig, good morning.
Good morning.
Got a greeting from Team Jen and Andrew from Team Driver's Seat. Good morning. Debbie Doucette, have a beautiful day all. You as
too,
well, Debbie. Joseph Bertrand, excellent show. Great people. Cheers. Thank you, Joseph.
of course, from Maker North. Some excellent people there. Steve Childs, happy birthday to my leap year daughter, Rayanne Childs-Perot. Hey, happy birthday, Rayanne.
Leap year, eh?
So that means she doesn't get a birthday this year. So does that then necessarily slow your aging process?
Yeah, it does.
Of course it does.
Yeah, you only age every 4.
Every 4 years, right?
Yep.
Is it 4 years?
Yep.
Sure it is. 4 years. All right, so happy almost birthday. All right. Roland Powley, good morning. Enjoy your station and always smiling. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks for watching.
We try. Thank you for watching. Kathy Boren says, happy leap birthday, Rayanne. Rayanne says, thank you, Dad. Kathy Boren, thank you, Kathy. Well, Rayanne saying, thank you, Kathy. Michael Robinson, and I know who you are now.
The
Good morning,
mystery's
Heidi.
solved.
Good morning, Michael. My sister. Good morning, sister. Good morning, Marjorie.
Sister.
Yeah, we got to hang out on the weekend. We always have
nice.
fun. We watch, 80s videos and giggle. That's what we did. So, and then there's my other brother, Daryl. This is from Kathy Tamrak. Ha 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 ha, Daryl. I think everybody remembers that quote.
Yes.
Yeah. New viewer, Marcia Merrick.
Hey.
Good morning to you all. Enjoy your day. Thank you for the great news. Well, thank you for tuning in,
Thanks for
Marcia.
watching.
And thank you for commenting. Thank you, everybody, for participating. We're going to do the 7-day, and then I'm going to close it out. So
Okay, let's
get
do the
us.
7-day. See, the temperature's not looking all that bad, Heidi. There's, let's see, just cold during the overnight. But we are leading towards that plus temperatures.
Yes.
More on the plus side than the negative side.
Look at the size of that sun on Thursday.
Yes, it's a big sun on Thursday. A little cooler on Thursday, mind you. But, hey, we can deal with -1.
Oh,
That's
break
nothing.
out your shorts. That's practically tropical at this point.
Nothing. And those temperatures continue to build slowly right up to about the 3rd week in March, and then you're going to start feeling some pretty big heat. I'm going to say that by the end of March, we will lose most of our snowpack at this point. If the forecast holds true for the 2nd and 3rd week in March, we're going to lose our snowpack.
See, the good thing about sitting beside him is only if he can watch the playback does he see me roll my eyes. So I want to remind you all that we are the Sioux's only local news show. So do the social media things. We are available, of course, on SiouxOnline.com, our Facebook page, YouTube. Like, follow, share, all that kind of cool stuff. So have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
You sure will. Bye-bye.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
It's Jake Moore, sports analyst, back in the On TV studios, letting you know that 705 Sports now has 2 shows a week. We still have the 705 Sports that airs every Friday at noon, but we've expanded to now have a show every Wednesday. 705 Sports Headlines will be a show that is much more condensed, that is very fast-paced, going over the main topics of the week in sports. 705 Sports on Fridays will still cover everything in sports in a full show format. This gives you a chance to really see what's going on in the sports world, whether you have a couple minutes or you got a half an hour. So make sure you join me, Dan Gray, on Fridays and multiple different guests every Wednesday, every Friday at noon, only on TV and Sioux Online's Facebook page.